Welcome to a crucial investigation that directly impacts every citizen in our community. Today, we're pulling back the curtain on the financial decisions made behind closed doors by your very own city council. For too long, the complexities of municipal budgets have allowed certain spending habits to escape public scrutiny, leaving us with a troubling lack of transparency. We've delved deep into the financial records, uncovering patterns that suggest public funds might be at risk. This isn't just about numbers. It's about the trust we place in our elected officials and the impact their choices have on our daily lives. Our investigation begins now, shedding light on the secrets that have been kept from you.
One of the biggest hurdles to holding our city council accountable is the deliberate opacity surrounding their financial operations. It's not just about a few hard-to-find documents. It's a systemic issue. We face limited access to detailed spending data, making it nearly impossible for the average citizen to track where their tax dollars are going. Financial reports are often delayed for months, if not years, by which time critical decisions have already been made and funds dispersed. And even when reports are available, they're typically presented as complex budget documents, filled with jargon and obscure line items designed to confuse rather than inform. This opaque veil is a significant barrier to true public oversight.
Our deep dive into the council's spending reveals a troubling pattern of questionable contracts. We've identified numerous instances of what are termed consulting fees that lack clear justification or deliverable outcomes, effectively becoming a drain on public resources. Even more concerning are the no-bid contracts, where substantial sums are awarded to companies without competitive bidding, raising questions about favoritism and value for money. A prime example is Project XYZ, initially budgeted for a much lower cost, which has ballooned to an alarming $5 million over budget, with little explanation for the significant cost overruns. These murky deals represent millions of taxpayer dollars potentially misspent.
Beyond specific questionable contracts, our investigation uncovered a more general and alarming trend. Substantial portions of the city's budget simply vanish into what we're calling a budget black hole. We identified $1.2 million in unspecified allocations in the latest fiscal report, funds that cannot be tied to any concrete project or department. Furthermore, there's been a 30% increase in miscellaneous expenses over the past 2 years, a category often used to obscure spending. This means funds that could have been used to improve our community are instead being diverted from vital public services, leaving us to wonder where our money truly went.
These secret spending habits aren't just abstract figures on a spreadsheet. They have tangible, damaging consequences for every resident. When millions are siphoned off through murky deals or vanish into unspecified allocations, it directly impacts the quality of our public services. We see it in our underfunded schools, where teachers lack resources and facilities crumble. We experience it on our deteriorating roads, riddled with potholes and in desperate need of repair. And most critically, it contributes to healthcare shortfalls, affecting access to vital services for our most vulnerable citizens. The real cost of secret spending is borne by the community, undermining the very services designed to uplift us all.
The question naturally arises, what about accountability? Our investigation reveals a systemic issue of weak oversight by internal and external auditing bodies. Existing regulations are often not rigorously enforced, allowing these questionable practices to persist. Furthermore, there's a significant problem with insufficient audits. Not enough are conducted, and those that are often lack the depth required to uncover truly hidden spending. This environment of lax scrutiny gives rise to a critical demand from the public for calls for investigation into these practices, pushing for stronger legal enforcement and consequences for those found to be misusing public funds. Without proper oversight, these habits will only continue.
The good news is that you, the citizens, have the power to demand change and transparency. Your voice matters, and there are concrete steps you can take. First, make it a point to attend city council meetings. Your presence alone sends a powerful message and allows you to witness decisions firsthand. Second, demand public records using Freedom of Information requests to access the financial documents our council tries to hide. Finally, support local watchdog groups. These organizations are on the front lines, doing the difficult work of uncovering corruption and advocating for responsible governance. Together, we can hold our leaders accountable.
As we conclude this investigation, it's clear that the fight for transparency and accountability in our city council spending is far from over. What we need is continuous oversight needed from an informed and engaged citizenry. This is how we ensure that our empowered citizens can truly shape the future of our city. We must demand accountable leadership, officials who prioritize public trust and responsible stewardship of our collective resources. The path forward requires vigilance, collective action, and an unwavering